What's good, y'all? Welcome to another video. And today we are talking about two actually different topics, but I feel like they both very relevant for a good reason. We're talking about the Detroit Pistons finally winning a game after the longest streak ever in NBA history of losing. And we're talking about DJ Akademiks going through some crazy bullshit with his girl. And it's just crazy. It's messy, but yo, we got to talk about this from a learning experience. So bring it in, let's talk about it. So first and foremost, the Detroit Pistons, they finally get a W against the Raptors. Realistically, they have been one of the worst teams, not in NBA history, in history altogether. This team has been absolutely, positively terrible. Nobody expected them to win. Everybody expected them to just continue to lose for the rest of the season, and it's crazy. I even seen a bet. Somebody bet $40 that they were going to win against the Raptors for the first time in over, 28 losses. That paid out over $40,000. So it's a great time to actually bet with them if you did for that game, because you came up now. You living pretty decent right now for that one come up. But yeah, man, I do honestly believe the Detroit Pistons actually have way more talent than what their record shows. It's just they really can't put it together. Nobody has been consistent enough to stick around and advise the players to play a certain way that's gonna be winning, or that's going to attribute to winning. Cade Cunningham is the best player on their team, and he's putting up really good numbers for a young player at that. And it's still not necessarily measuring up to wins for this whole months that they've been losing. But they finally get one against the Raptors, which is a bad team as well. They just not as bad as them, but it's understandable for them to beat them. But still, I think it was a good win for them, for the team to at least get out of that slump and, actually start heading in the right direction, most likely. Because I do believe they got a good enough team to do that, right? So, shout out to the Detroit Pistons, shout out to the city of Detroit. Y'all are not necessarily the laughing stock to continue going on for this NBA season, because I honestly do believe they're going to catch a little fire. It's going to be light, but I think they're going to start winning way more games than people expect. I think they're on record or pace to win like 6 games or 7 games for the year, some shit like that. I personally think they're going to win more than that. I just think, once you win, it's a little contagious. You'll be like, you know what? Nah, I want to win at least 2, 3 more. Now I want to win at least another 4 or 5 more. You feel me? So, I don't know. I personally think they're going to win more than that. But who knows, man? I might have to get on the betting block and actually put some money up. Put my money where my mouth is, because, hey, if I could come up like how he came up, that previously bet that money, that would be a beautiful payout. But beyond that, I really want to get to this topic. And I don't even know how much y'all know about this situation. If y'all been following it, if y'all haven't, that's fine. We're going to talk about it now. But recently, Akademiks has come out and basically put all of his shit out on the table. Is it something I would have did? No. But I see why he did it. It was strategic. But again, I wouldn't have put everything out there that he did, but I'm not mad at him for doing so. Now, he mentioned to the world that some chick that he's been dealing with for 2 years now, which has tried to set him up, stole over $500K from him, trashed his house, broke his things. He's still dealing with this chick, right? Still dealing with this chick to this day, which is just crazy to me. But I know there's a lot of crazy couples in the world, but again, it's just crazy. Now, he said that she had something over his head, hanging over his head. Like, yo, if you don't do this, I'm going to tell this. You don't say this, I'm going to say this. You feel me? And he's been like, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. I'm about to air out all the shit that you think you can use against me, just so you can never have no more ammo on me. And what that ammo entailed was that he had a chick that he had called over to his crib earlier in the day, before he went to a specific party, before he got super lit, right? He had ordered an Uber for her to get to his house. Mind you, She was 2.5 hours out from him, so that's going to be a long Uber, long Lyft, whatever the case may be, to get to his crib. She finally gets to his crib. By the time she gets to his crib, he's knocked out. He's already came home from the party. He's wasted. He's laid out, sleep. He had friends over at his crib. They came over. They all did their thing. His friends hit him up 4 in the morning, say, yo, we about to dip out. Come get up and lock the door. He gets up. He said, by the way, your chick that you sent an Uber for, she here. He like, what? What chick? What chick? He completely forgot, mind you. Shit-faced drunk. He gets up out the bed. He locks the door after his friends leave. He goes to see the chick in the other room. Oh, it's this chick. He finds out who it is. Damn, my bad. When he introduced himself to her and he seen her, she was already naked, like kind of getting up a little bit, but naked. Like, okay. Next day goes by. He sees a lot of shit out of place, you know, a lot of things out of order that don't look normal. He goes to his security footage. He sees in his security footage that this chick was literally getting smashed by 2 of his friends on some train shit. Okay. On some train shit. Getting dogged out by 2 of his homies, right? Mind you, this is the chick that he dealt with on and off for 2.5 years. Don't sound like homies to me, right? So he sees that on the footage and he's baffled. You feel me? Befuddled, right? Like, what the fuck is this, right? So he asks her that next day, like, yo, you enjoyed yourself? Like what was y'all doing? Like, yeah, man, we enjoyed ourselves. We was turning up. We was just having fun. You know, we was doing our thing. That's what she say to him. He like, yo, you sure? Like, you know, everything was good? Like you don't regret? Like, everything was good. Like, everything was perfectly fine yesterday, right? Like, everything that happened because you wanted it to happen, basically. Like, yeah, no, it was really lit. I enjoyed myself with your friends. Like, we all just had a great time. He said, okay. And then he mentioned that, you know, you look like you had a little extra fun. Like, you smashing my friends type shit. Like, he said, what you talking about? I never did that. Now, before we continue, y'all gotta understand this. Women will take some shit with them to the grave. Now, I know you can say, well, everybody got little skeletons in their closet and men to do that, but no. Women are on a next level, y'all. They will take shit to the grave. If you don't have shit, literally, not even black and white, that bitch gotta be in color to showcase to them, bro, you're fucking lying, and I know you're lying. Look at this. Unless you got that shit, bro, women will take their lies to the grave. They will never, ever, ever admit it. So if you man watching this video, just know that if you trying to catch your chick on some bullshit or you caught your chick on some bullshit, you're going to need crystal clear proof to be able to document that to her, for her to know. Unless you just don't want to get involved in that anyway and you just be done with her, right? So she was like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. He shows her the footage. She's like, oh my gosh, wow, like, I'm not that type of person. I don't know how that happened. I don't remember that. So she flips the script, y'all. Completely flips the script. I don't know how that happened. I don't know when that happened. I don't even know how I got in there with them. Like, what? Acting completely fucking brand new. And he mentioned, you know, yo, you might want to get checked out, you know, whatever. She said, yeah, you know, I'll do that. I'm so sorry. I never meant for that to happen. I didn't know that happened. And so, chick lying, saying she don't know shit happened, but on the footage, she was in her right mind, getting lit, actually pouring shots for the dudes to get more lit while she continued to get more lit. You feel me? Enjoying herself, getting smashed. Like, come on, man. You doing your thing. Like, let's just embrace it. That's you. That's what you wanted to do. You did what you wanted to do. He made sure before he showed her anything, he's like, you did everything you wanted to do last night, right? She said, absolutely. I enjoyed myself. And then once he showed her the footage, oh, wait a minute. No, I didn't know. Oh, well, you know, it started like I was supposed to, you know, like we was just cool. And he, yo, it's a crazy story, y'all. Y'all might want to look at it yourself if y'all are interested in this shit. But long story short, you know, that situation ended up with police raiding his crib because now they think she got raped. And they came to the crib saying he got the footage and he won't give it to her. And, you know, they want to do some research on the shit. And they confiscated a lot of his shit. Mind you, he was asleep the whole time. Come to find out, nobody gets charged. She was in the well-knowing of what was going on. She did exactly what she wanted to do that night with who she wanted to do it with. And she tried to flip the script on him because she didn't want to look like a hoe or a slut to him, you know, based on what he knew her for in the past. And he done got arrested for that. Didn't go to jail really, but he just, you know, got arrested and he had to talk to him about it, all that shit. So the moral of the story of this, y'all, is when it comes to women, you have to. I know we talked about this before, but you have to choose your woman wisely. When you see that red flag, do not ignore that shit. Do not ignore it. You see another red flag, you better be keeping tabs. Me personally, I used to give 3 strikes. I don't give 3 strikes no more. Because at this point, I'm in a position where I can express to you early on what I'll accept and what I won't. And y'all have to have standards. Y'all have to have boundaries. When you interact with these women, you have to let them know from the jump. This is just what I expect with my women. This is how I expect you to act, how you to perform. This is how I perform when I deal with women. If that's a deal breaker for you, respectfully, I'm going to go this way. You can go that way. If that's something that you can deal with and we cool and we can have time, then let's get it. Let's continue to move on. But you have to have boundaries. You have to have rules, because if you don't, women will flip the script on you and have you looking crazy. He didn't think she was that type of girl. He never thought she would do nothing like that. Mind you, you can never put nothing past any woman. Not one. You feel me? You can't put nothing past any woman. Not saying all women are bad, but everyone is capable of doing some crazy shit. So off rip, you can't put nothing past nobody. But beyond that, you have to vet these people that you're dealing with to know, yo, if I put a little pressure on her, or my people put a little pressure on her, she gonna go crazy. She gonna do this. She gonna do that. You have to know these things so you are not so invested in these type of people, because they can flip the script and really ruin your life on the back end. Luckily for him, he had footage of the whole thing with audio in 4K. If he didn't have that, this man would be locked up right now for something that his friends did in his crib. Crazy, y'all. Shit is crazy. So I tell y'all, you deal with these women, you set your rules up front. Let them know what you accept. Let them know what you don't accept. If it's a deal breaker, keep it moving. If it's accepted, you can go forward with it. But when them red warning signs show up, do not ignore them. Keep tabs. Once it's that extreme, I don't care if it's the first strike or the third strike. It really shouldn't get past 3 regardless. But whatever that strike is, depending on how extreme it is what should decide your decision on if this person's gonna stay in my life or I'm cutting them off immediately. That should be it. It should not be, you know, I love her, I'm loyal, I'll give her another chance. I'll give her a chance. The chick that he was initially dealing with that started this whole shit robbed him for $500K. Even though she bought it back, she still robbed him initially. Broke everything in his house, damn near. Right? Fought with him physically. You see what I'm saying? And then tried to use dirt of this situation I just told y'all all over him, to hang that over his head like extortion. Like, well, yo, you do this, I'm gonna let the people know this about you. Does that sound like a chick that you should be laying in your bed? That should be laying right beside you? Like, what? That's what that look like? If that's what that look like, hey, I would never, ever deal with no chick like that. So I just want to let y'all know, make sure you vet these people, man. Make sure you vet these women. Make sure you know where they come from, who they are as a person, and what they will and will not do when they are pressured into doing certain things, or if they're in an environment to act out of character. Learn how they move in those situations, so you know if a chick flipped the script on you, hey, that's all on you. That's not on me. But anyway, y'all, if y'all like this video, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. If y'all had any situations like this, similar, get in the comment section below. Let me know how it went. Let me know what you did to prevent certain situations like this, because I got stories myself. I keep tabs. You feel me? I keep tabs. And I keep signs. I document everything. I make sure, hey, if that shit repeats itself, it's out of here. It's done. I don't hold on to bullshit. I don't hold on to dead weight. And I would advise y'all to do the same. But once again, if y'all like this video, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. And just like that, I'm gone. Peace.